Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the new SMG in Black Ops 2, an Akimbo build, which is not very good but a hell of a lot of fun, and I'll explain why. So the reason why this isn't a very good build, but probably the best you can, I mean, look at the recoil on that. The dual Akimbo SMGs work in a very unique situation. Very close quarters. Like, this is potentially the max range where you're going to absolutely annihilate people. You may get to like the 25 yard potentially if you get lucky, but this is where you are going to thrive in this little situation here. So make sure you are playing small maps when you're trying to use these Akimbos, but they are a hell of a lot of fun. The most fun I've had in this game so far. But let's look at the build and then look at a bit of gameplay after that. So first and foremost, for the skin of this weapon, you can actually buy the pack, which is, I've already bought it over here, buy bundles. The Mastercraft Draconic Force, you get a skin of the weapon and a blueprint, which is pretty good on its own, to be honest. Just the blueprint alone is pretty goddamn good. It took me about 3 hours to level up this gun max. We have a Dragon Knight skin, which is cool too. And then we have just a bunch of other stuff, which I'm not going to get into. But that is how I got the weapon in the first place. Once I finished leveling it up, I then went ahead and started playing with a specific build, but also then trying out the Akimbos. So let's look at this build. Now, for the muzzle section, I haven't really chosen what is the best thing for me. I prefer suppressor just so that I stay off the map. A lot of the footage you're about to see, I wasn't using my suppressor, but the muzzles vary. Obviously, there's different things like vertical recoil control, first shot recoil control, kick reset speed, etc, etc. These, I think, mainly benefit aiming down sights. I might be wrong on that, but it feels like there's not much difference between each of these different muzzle attachments. However, suppressor obviously keeps you off the map. So for instance, if we go over into the firing range very quickly and we bring down the recoil wall, if I fire these suppressors without touching anything, without fighting the recoil, you can see that the majority of the bullets kind of go onto obviously where I'm aiming, but then it goes up and to the right and off target. So now let's look at something like the compensator. So with the compensator, when I do it, you can also see that it's a little bit more wild. It's a little bit more crazy. It goes flying off up to the top, and we'll do that again. Just put it into the middle. You can see that, you know, I'm not firing it at all. It goes in the same direction. You know, it doesn't seem to be any kind of benefit to not using suppressor, in my opinion. Obviously, when you're fighting the recoil, it's very different. However, I think just being off the mini-map and being silent just is a general better benefit than rather having a slight stat boost to something that really doesn't matter when you're just going to be on top of people hip firing. Next, long barrel. Now, all the barrels here, when you go in and we have a look, none of them are really beneficial other than getting bullet velocity, but the rate of fire of this weapon and how the bullets come out, you're not going to need that. So you want a little bit extra range. Everything else just kind of, you know, is hit or miss. So long barrel, in my opinion, is the best to have here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then extended mag 2. You do lose some stats in the sprint to fire speed here, but we're going to make that up later. But you get a huge ammo capacity increase to 55 in the mags for each gun. So that's 110 bullets across 2 guns. So you're going to pretty much be annihilating people. And usually, even though you lose some reload quickness, you're going to be dead before you need to reload anyway, because you're going to be using this weapon on close quarter maps. So I feel like extending mag 2 is the best way to go. So because we are using this close quarters, you want your CQB grip, which allows you to have dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, and sprint to fire speed. So, you know, whatever you're doing, sliding, whatever, you're going to be needing this increase in boost to be able to fire quickly, to take out as many people as you can before you inevitably get shot in the face. Then obviously Akimbo of the Saugs, I don't know how to pronounce it, Saug I'm going to call it. Then steady aim laser, which obviously better hip fire spread. You know, you could potentially go with the fast motion laser if you're going to be sliding around a lot, which I have been doing, but I'm not that great at the game. So I feel like if you are the person to be running around sliding everywhere, you would go with fast motion laser over steady aim laser. Then we go with recoil springs. Now this obviously gives you the horizontal recoil control and vertical recoil control. I don't know whether this actually works for hip fire, but it's better than anything else that is here, in my opinion. Rapid fire just makes the gun go insane. Recoil springs, if it does have a benefit to hip fire, obviously you just want to be able to hip fire without things going crazy, and you bullets going all over the place. So this is my kind of build that I have gone through with this weapon. It's not a weapon that takes very long to level up in my opinion, but you'll see some clips coming up right now as I'm speaking with this weapon, and you can just see how quickly it is to kill people. There was one game where I was playing as HVT and I was just kind of standing in the middle of the map and I could see where they were coming due to the benefits of being HVT, and as they were coming around the corner I was just deleting them completely. I just find these guns to be fun rather than meta, overpowered and good. It's just so much fun to use. When you get onto these slightly bigger maps, it becomes less and less fun to use because obviously you have no way of closing that gap realistically in a game where time to kill is so fast. So you really want those small little tight rooms, those small little tight hallways, something like Stakeout, you know, Warhead even potentially, even though that can be a little bit more open. You know, there are a lot of small maps. The new maps specifically, I find these weapons to be really, really good on. So if you want to have fun with this game and you want to try out these hip-firing dual SMGs, that is what I suggest you would do. I will say though, the Saug is an incredible weapon just on its own as a solo weapon, and I might put up another build for that, but you know, there's going to be a lot of people who are building meta guns and stuff, and I just wanted to build a weapon that is fun and different and unique to this game right now, and just have fun with the guns. So you get this weapon unlocked on tier 3 of the battle pass. So you know, if you've got your things that you need to unlock like your tokens and stuff, use your instant page on page 3 if you wish to. Use 6 tokens, get the weapon. It took me about 3 hours with double XP to level it up to max because it is such a fast killing weapon that you are going to get, you know, 30-40 kills a game, potentially more if you're a monster at this game. So you will level this up very, very quickly. Honestly, my favorite gun in the game right now. I think it's just so much fun to use, whether or not it's overpowered or broken. It's just a great fun gun to use, especially with Akimbo. So let me know what you're thinking down below about this weapon. I don't know whether I'm going to make more Call of Duty videos. However, I just wanted to put this up because I think it's a very fun, unique experience in Call of Duty right now. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.